Welcome to this video, where we will be discussing which smartphone is the best for gaming, the iPhone 14 or the Samsung S23 Ultra. They are flagships of two of the most bitter rivals in the phone business. They are both considered to be among the best phones around. Both come with cutting-edge hardware and updated software. While some might call their design predictable and repetitive, they still stand out in the smartphone crowd. And last but not least, they come with price tags that still inspire kidney jokes. We are, of course, talking of the iPhone 14 Pro Max and the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, the two champions of the heavyweight, literally, division of the smartphone world. Any person looking for the best phone around, money not being an issue, is inevitably pointed towards these two behemoths. But which of the two is actually the better option for gamers? Let's compare specs of both the smartphones. Display. This is a tale of two kinds of OLED displays with high refresh rates and very high levels of brightness. One that is curved and delivers brilliant colors, and the other that is flat and tries to dial down the saturation that is almost an OLED signature. Which of the two you choose really depends on your own preference. If you want a large display with a high resolution that looks spectacular, the 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra would be perfect for you. However, if you want a display that tends to handle colors in a more realistic manner, then we would suggest you go for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Both displays are great at handling content and come with refresh rates that change according to the content shown on them. The round would have been a tie had it not been for the iPhone 14 Pro Max's dynamic island, which adds a whole new dimension to the phone display. The jury is still out on whether it is hype or actually useful, but it is definitely the most innovative display feature we have seen in a while, and actually tries to do things around the notch. It is that little island of dynamism that nicks the round for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Chip and memory. When it comes to processor, both phones are difficult to compare because each comes with a chip that claims to be the best in its own segment. The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is powered by a special version of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip that was designed especially for the device by Qualcomm. On the other hand, the iPhone 14 Pro Max runs on the A16 Bionic. Both chips are supposed to be top of the heap on Android and iOS, and from what we could see, both were able to handle whatever was thrown at them with ease. In terms of RAM, the S23 Ultra comes with 12 GB across all variants, while Apple has never disclosed the RAM in the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Both devices are super adept at multitasking, so we do not think that's a factor. In terms of storage, the iPhone 14 Pro Max has one more variant than the Galaxy S23 Ultra. The iPhone has storage options of 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB, and 1 TB, while the Galaxy S23 Ultra has 256 GB, 512 GB, and 1 TB. Battery life and charging. Both phones come with big batteries. The Galaxy S23 Ultra has a 5000 mAh battery, while the iPhone 14 Pro Max is officially unknown, but is supposed to be in the region of 4200 mAh. Both support wireless charging, and neither supports blisteringly fast charging speeds or has a charger in the box. In terms of battery life, we found that the iPhone 14 Pro Max lasted more than a day of heavy usage with its adaptive refresh rate turned on, while the Galaxy S23 Ultra struggled to go beyond a day at 2K resolution and refresh rate turned to variable. In terms of charging speed, the S23 Ultra has a definite edge over the iPhone 14 Pro Max, with a charging speed of 45 W as compared to 27 W of the iPhone. In simple terms, the S23 Ultra can be charged in about an hour, while the iPhone 14 Pro Max takes close to 2 hours. Software and features. The iPhone 14 Pro Max runs iOS 16, which introduces a number of enhancements. You can customize the lock screen with widgets, photos, and more, and what you choose will also show up on your always-on display. Other highlights include the ability to unsend texts and edit them. And finally, a battery percentage indicator. There's also iCloud shared photo library, which make it easier to share and edit photos with family members. The best special feature is Dynamic Island, which replaces the notch with an area that shows alerts and live activities. including sports scores and the real-time progress of your food order or rideshare. For the Galaxy S23 Ultra, the S Pen remains the most unique special feature, letting you take notes, draw, and sketch. The Samsung Notes app now lets you collaborate in real time with others. Gaming and multimedia. With so much processor muscle and super quality display real estate at their disposal, it is hardly surprising that both phones are gaming and multimedia monsters. You get great graphics, and with superb speakers. Very immersive sound as well. The S23 Ultra has a slightly larger display, but its curving over the sides at times makes it appear a little smaller than it actually is. The shape of the display is going to play a huge role in determining which device you prefer. If you prefer a curved display, the S23 Ultra will be the better one for you. But if you are more at home with a flat display, the iPhone wins. We found the iPhone 14 Pro Max delivering better sound, but the S23 Ultra is no slouch in that department. Also, the higher resolution of the S23 Ultra might sway some users. It is too close to call really. So which one chose depends upon your budget and personal preference. Both the smartphones offers amazing gaming experience. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.